Hello, spiritual seeker. This is Deepa Liu, and I'm the creative mystic. And I ring this bell to awaken you to your divine presence that is within you. So today we're going to talk about new beginnings. And I want to relate these new beginnings to the new year because, this is being published around the new year, beginning of 2022. Hard to believe. But even if you're listening to this later, I want you to get how relevant this whole concept of new beginnings and how important it is. It's you're really funny. Us as human beings, we celebrate new beginnings all the time. And why is that? What does the idea of a new beginning? And we celebrate New Year, our birthdays, like our birthdays, what? A new beginning into this new life, right? And so we celebrate every year, this new beginning. But yet, in actuality, each day is a new beginning, each moment is a new beginning. But I really want to talk about the energies of why we celebrate new beginnings. What are there? What's there? Why do we want to celebrate new beginnings? And the biggest one I see is like, here in America, we celebrate New Year's and we, have lots of celebration and partying and all this hoopla around it. But why? And the reason that I think that we do as human beings is because this new year, this new beginning brings the idea of new hope, right? New hope. We're hoping for what? A better year, a better life, to get out of a rut. And that's the big thing I think it is that, when we celebrate this new beginning, we're hopeful that there's going to be this new energy, this new uh, vibration that brings us to something better in our life. You know, s- we either are happier, we get maybe happier in our careers, happier in our relationships, but there's something we're looking to have better, and this celebration of this new beginning is that better. So even the new life of a new baby, it's like bringing a new energy into the family, and what does that bring with it? So as we celebrate this new beginning, how do we actually make it so that we get the benefits of what we're hoping for? Not just hope as in wishing, but hope as in um, intentionally creating, because it's the intentional creating that turns the hope into a reality. And so instead of it just being that each new beginning, each new year is, this celebration of hope that we're going to be able to get out of the rut that we're in, maybe in our job, or step into our purpose and our meaning, which, I'm really big on, is that I know everybody who's on here is on the planet for a specific reason, like we're here for our purposes. And, each time we have a purpose to manifest, and how do we step into that? And so with these new beginnings, there's this new hope of, something, different's going to happen, something better. And it's not just different, it's actually better. That's what makes these New Year celebrations, these new beginnings, so hopeful and so beneficial if we intentionally create rather than just go out and party and have no great intentions. And that's why, people have had New Year's resolutions, because it was to be their intention. But what's happened for a lot of people, it's become like a little list, a wish list that they put up and that they wish it will happen, but they don't intentionally make any causes towards it. Or they write it at the beginning of the year and they never look at it again. Of course, which, one of the main ththings with, spiritual growth is remembering. We're trying to remember our self-realized selves, our spiritual beings, as a spiritual being, but it's also remembering the intentional causes that we want to make, because these little resolutions that you write down are actually little inklings of your truth. You're writing down that you intentionally want these things because there's somewhere deep in your heart you want something better than what you have now. And so I want to really talk about how you can start to intentionally create with this energy of new year and new beginnings. Or if it's not the new year, just the new beginning of a new day or a new beginning of a new commitment, because those are all new beginnings. And it's about how do you keep bringing in that energy of new beginnings into your life, because moment by moment, it's a new beginning. And so if something's happened that you're not happy with, or it's not the desired result you want, you can change that with by going, okay, what am I going to put forth with an intentional cause in this new beginning, in this new moment, so that I can, like, maybe you're in a rut with your job or a rut in your relationship. How do you actually move forward with that? And so it's really about one, raising your level of awareness to start to recognize that you're in a rut. And that's why you want to celebrate this new beginning. Some people have gotten to a place where, "Oh, I don't write New Year's resolutions anymore because I never do them." And that is not a good place to be in my mind, because now you're even getting rid of the hope. And you're maybe just celebrating and going out partying for the sake because everybody else does it. But it's really about owning this new year. It has a new vibration, because even astrologically, like there's something astrologically happening each year, a different kind of energy in the consciousness. Now that doesn't mean that you have to be an astrology believer, okay? Because, but it's about realizing that there's new energies, on the planet happening all the time. Like with each new season, there's a new beginning, right? We go from fall to winter, from winter to spring, from spring to summer, and with each season is a new beginning of how do you want to go about living your life, and it will be slightly different each season. One of the things that became very apparent when I came out to the East Coast, that I did not have growing up in California, was that the seasons with it, each season brought a whole set of new clothing. In the sense of, you couldn't wear the same clothing that you wore in uh, summer as you wear in fall. And what you wear in fall is different than what you wear in winter. And what you wear in winter is different than what you wear in spring. And the same from spring to summer, because the seasons were very distinct. And so I had, tank tops in the summer and, like long pants, but lighter long pants in fall. And then in Christmas, not Christmas, but I would say winter, I had, thicker pants and thermal underwear. And, so there was these distinct different kinds of clothes that came with each of these new beginnings. And so when you're looking at new beginnings in your life, you want to look about at, like, what new vibration is coming with this new beginning, and what's the intention that you would like to see in your life. What do you want to create with this new beginning to have the benefit of all this newness, this new energy coming up into this new beginning, to help you to step into the new self that you want to be. Maybe step into the new career you want to have. Maybe you're in a job that you do for the money and you don't love it, and you've always wanted to create a business out of your passion. It's one of the things I do with people, is I really want people to step into their purpose. And so, I utilize my spiritual success coaching to help, you to, one, get in touch with what's true in your heart. Two, how do you start to, believe it so you can act on it and reprogram yourself so you can believe you can actually do this? And then how do you actually start to act on it? Because it is through the causes that you make, the actions that you make, and your consciousness that will make the difference on actually materializing the new hopes of your new beginning into your life. And so I really encourage you to, get clear. Doesn't have to be on January 1st. You can make the new beginning at any point in January. In fact, I tell people, you can always celebrate Chinese New Year, which is in February. And so, if you missed out on the first new beginning of the new year, you can do a different new beginning in a different new year, or go, okay, let me use the new beginning of the new moon. I was born on a new moon, and that new energy can help, bring in the new beginning you want in your life. And so, what hope or what new beginning are you really wanting? The new beginning of something better in your life, whether it be taking that step towards your truth of wanting your own business, or maybe you want to get a different job, or maybe you want to move somewhere to someplace else that really suits you better. But whatever that is, you take a moment to kind of sit with yourself, put your hands on your heart, and really tune into what's my truth, because that truth, those little inklings that you want to write down, like if you write down, I want to lose weight. Now, you don't really want to go through the process of losing weight, but what you really want is, you want to be healthy, right? Or look good. You want to have a good figure, but and you want to feel good. And so, intentionally, people go, I want to lose weight. I want to lose 20 pounds. But it's really what they want is they want to feel good. They want to be healthy. They want to look good. And so you put your intentions to how do I create that in my life? That feeling good, looking good, So a lot of times people want to in new beginnings, like when they're wanting to, like get out of a job they don't like, what they're wanting to have really is not just another job, because the other job could be just in the same job they have now or they don't like it. But they're what you're wanting is you want to be having work that is fulfilling to you, that is meaningful to you, that could be on your passion. Like I'm an artist, I'm a sacred artist, and I love to create, my sacred portals and my personal divine presence portals for my clients where I tune into their energy and, paint their spirit guides. You could have some kind of spiritual gift like that where, you want to turn it into a business. And I tell people nowadays, with the internet, you can make money doing almost anything. And so really to have that hope of that there is possibility. There is a next step you can take because there's always a next step. And to really embrace that new beginning energy with intention of what's true in your heart and making a cause. So I encourage you with this new beginning, new year, and new energy is to commit to one, checking in with yourself about what is that new beginning, that hope that you actually really have, that you desire in your life that presently isn't showing up, okay, but you still desire it. And two, what cause, what action can you take towards helping you to step into that? Because I find people kind of go back, like when they're in a rut, like people often want to get out of a rut, and it's one of the reasons why I think people like love to celebrate the new year is because they're hoping this new year will get them out of the rut. Right? I don't know if you've ever been there before where you've been in a rut, but you felt like I really want to get out of this rut. This feeling of like I'm just going, living life, going along, and I'm not really having any meaning or hope in it, and I want to get out of it. So you do that by having these intentional moments with yourself, of connecting with yourself, and these intentional moments of like, what cause am I putting out to the universe, into the world that I know is going to bring back positive effects? Even if I can't see it right now, the fact that I'm energetically putting it forward, it's going to help to start make a transformation. So I'm here today too. Today, I want to offer you a gift because one of the things I find is, we all have a blind spot, and having somebody, a coach to help you, or someone to help you get kind of clear on that next step, I want to give you a complimentary next step connection call. So if you would like to take advantage of that, it's going to be down in the description or in the email. And feel free to, you know, click on the link and sign up for a next step connection call. Totally complimentary, doesn't cost you anything. And it's really about helping you to figure out what that next step is, and if to see if, is it a fit to get some help from somebody? Because I find that if you've been in a rut for a while and you're finding yourself starting to like maybe not feeling hopeful with these new years and these new beginnings, that you must be caught in a blind spot. We all have them, and having a person, outside person, that can help you can make all the difference in actually taking advantage of that energy of the new hope and the new beginning. All right. If this resonates with you, I would love it if you'd subscribe or put a comment or a like up. And remember, greatness is within you. It's time to let it out. Blessings.